Not every Hall of Fame career begins with a superstar debut. Many faces in Canton needed time before they got on the field. Such is how his career is destined to begin.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. Short throw taken by Pitts. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there. Right around midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 6.
From the pistol, Smith. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, Smith. That's complete. He's got it to London. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They go play action with Smith. That is hauled in at the 5. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable block.
Raheem Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw, it's Smith. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Falcons.
Back is Smith. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
To throw, here's Smith. That's caught left side by Pitts. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
Makes it third.
Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. Talk things over before third down. Smith. He pulls it in around the 5. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside. The U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. From the gun on third down, Smith. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Smith to throw. The throw on the run is complete. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
41-yard line.
Smith now. Left side, he's got McLeod. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's good going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Hey, go.
On the give, it's Robinson.
Number 7, Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. Blake Cashman on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jenkins. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Throwing on second down, Smith will get this to pitch once more. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Smith. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake. It's Smith. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
2 yards.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Bijan Robinson accelerating toward midfield to the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 97 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. 2nd and 7.
At the 32-yard line.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.